So we haven't done our strap practice for a while. So again, I always encourage a longer strap just because it gives us a lot of options. With my 10-foot strap, I'm just making a little loop around one end, just making a nice clip, but also it gives me the ability to use the rest of the strap in both hands when ready. So have that nearby. Release yourself onto the back body. Maybe take a stretch here first. Before we do anything, just like you're waking up here, the arms float overhead, reach through the fingers, point through the toes, get nice and long in the front body, maybe even a small arch in the back body. And then just take that little banana shape, that little half crescent, moving the shoulders over towards one direction, the heels in that same direction at the other end of the mat. Again, see if you can keep the hips level, the shoulders soft, and just breathe into the space wherever you feel it being created. Good, we're on the floor, it's cold, it's damp here, so just open into the body, nice and easy. Return to center, take that stretch again, kind of wiggle it out. See how it feels on the other side as you slide the heels to one corner, pick up the arms, the shoulders over to the other corner. Again, we don't want to go so far that we tilt over onto one hip bone. That's something we'll be paying a lot of attention to in this morning's strap practice for the hips. So just breathe into the side body. Then return back to center. Draw the knees into the chest. As you squeeze in, maybe lifting that tailbone a bit, maybe lifting up the shoulders and bringing the chin or the forehead close to the knee, forming a nice tight ball. And then lower the upper body back down. And we'll take this about 4 more times, just working through the spine, really engaging the belly. Draw up and exhale all the air out as you curl in tight. Ready for that inhale, release the upper body down and relax. Taking 3 more. Curling in and releasing down. 2 more. Release the clasp that you have around the shins. Just roll to one side. Let's go ahead and move the blanket off to the side. Bring the feet wide on your mat. Just warm up through the hips. So just dropping the knees from one side to the other. A little windshield wiper here. Bring some action into both hips as you internally and externally rotate. At the same time, when you drop those knees to one side, maybe you feel that slight, gentle spinal twist coming through the back along the side, and take it the opposite way. So again, just feeling into the hips and the back body, the side body. Taking the arms up towards the ceiling, palms pressing away, fingers reaching up. And as you windshield wiper, just drop the arms overhead, resting on the back of the arms, the back of the hands if you can. Bring the knees together at center like a teepee, and then just stretch the upper body nice and long. Taking in a full breath. As you bring the arms to that cactus goalpost position, notice any tightness in the shoulders here. So the back of the arms, the back of the hands may not come down initially here as we open up through the shoulders. Take those fingertips back up towards the ceiling, but leave the elbows to the shoulder on the floor. Good, directly out from the shoulders. So the palms again are facing away. We're just going to warm up through the range of motion in the shoulder joint. So just drop those Palms any amount toward the mat. Don't expect them to come all the way down. This is gentle. Then on your inhales, you scoop in that belly, bring the fingertips to point up towards the ceiling, and then let the back of the hands fall towards the top of your mat to rest maybe on the back of the hands, as far down as you can. And then just flow, dropping those palms down, lifting the arms and letting them fall. Again, just a little bit of lotion here for our joints. And then we'll release the arms, reaching for your strap, heel toe your feet to center. So again, knees are bent, the feet are flat, bringing them in close to your sit bones. Find that little loop at the end of your strap. Draw the right knee into the chest and just place that loop right around the ball mount, just underneath actually the ball mount. Re-extend the leg, again, nice and easy. It doesn't have to come straight. We're just beginning here to stretch into the back of the hamstrings. So take a moment, feel in as you draw that thigh in closer to the body, and then just let it relax right over its hip joint. Maybe as it comes over the hip joint, you can press that heel towards the ceiling, flare the toes down towards your face, down towards that shin, coming into this nice dorsiflexion here, starting to activate the back of the calf, the back of the ankle. Take a look at your upper body here. Soften the belly, maybe squeeze those shoulder blades underneath you. Maybe tuck that chin in a little bit more so that you have length in the back of your neck. Just pause, feel. We're going to take both hands to the strap and we're going to be sliding this now. So on your inhale, slide the hands down the strap towards you as you take those arms overhead. So my foot is still flexed. Good. My arms are straightened or slightly bent over my head, deepening the stretch here, not only through my shoulders, but now the hamstring starts to engage. Then it's nice and easy. Let that leg fall towards the mat. Inhale the breath, lift the legs, lift the arms. Arms go overhead as the thigh comes in a little closer. And just flow this. So we're just warming up here, finding some motion. About 3 more. Again, if you can tap that heel, draw the belly in, arms overhead. And this last one, we'll hold the arms overhead, draw that thigh in. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. So scooping the belly in, feel the support of the spine on your mat. Again, flexing through that heel makes a little bit more intense in the calf. Pulling that thigh in closer to the body, it begins to open up that hamstring. 3 breaths here, easing into the pose. Arms go back up. Bring the hands down towards your chest, the knee in towards your chest, and just release the strap from around the foot. Plant the right foot down, draw the left knee into the chest, and we'll bind that foot nice and slow, lifting the left leg up towards the ceiling. Check it out first. So we don't come straight right away. We don't want to pull any muscles. Just feel into the back of the leg. And maybe lifting that heel a little higher, flaring those toes a little wider down towards the shin. Slide those hands back down here as you begin to draw that thigh in closer to the body, arms extending overhead. And we'll take that same flow here. So let the leg go long, arms long, and then pull those arms overhead as you draw the leg in closer. We'll take about 5. Make sure the breath is fluid and full. No shallow breathing. We want to breathe into those ribs. Last one, we're going to hold up, arms extend overhead, biceps maybe by the ear. Tighten up that strap just a bit if that space is there for you to draw that thigh in closer. Just take a nice full deep breath. As you exhale, see if you can relax the face muscles, the shoulders, the belly. Maybe cinch up that strap just a little bit more, drawing the thigh in, keeping the foot in that nice flex. And then nice and slow, release the leg long, arms overhead, stretch that heel away. And then bring the left knee in, the right knee into the chest, a nice little squeeze here, rocking from one side to the other. And we'll do that same motion this time though, binding both feet. So now we're going to use the length of the strap, placing that strap around the ball mount, maybe a little bit closer here to the arch of the foot. Good. Slide those hands down the strap so that you can relax the back of the arms down on the mat. Scoop the belly in. Take that flex so that the heels point up towards the ceiling and flare the toes. And then as you're ready, we're going to drop both legs down nice and slow. Slide that strap between the hands to find some length in the strap. Maybe the heels hit, maybe they don't. And pull them up. We'll just take a couple here, down and up. So we don't want to take this in the low back. We really keep that belly engaged and only come down just as far as keeps that low back from really arching up. And then we'll bring it right back to center. The legs balanced right over their hip points. Slide the left foot out and plant the left foot on your mat. Bring the strap into the right hand. Scoop in the belly in a slight tuck here of the pelvis. And we're just going to drop that right leg out to the side. Keep the foot in a flex. Use the elbow to the shoulder as a kickstand. So we're not bringing it all the way down. We're trying to bring the foot closer to a diagonal with the head. And if you find yourself rolling over onto that right hip, we're going to use that left knee as our balance here. So if your right leg, let's say, extends out to 2 o'clock, if you're looking at a clock, send that left knee out to maybe 10 or 11 o'clock and just get the pelvis and the hip points on a nice even plane. The belly scooped in, we soften the shoulders. Now just let that leg open with the weight of that leg and gravity. We're not pulling, we're not straining, we're holding into a stretch. One more full deep breath. Can you pull that foot in closer towards the top of your mat? Soften the belly and use your breath. Three more, nice and slow, nice flex in the foot. Keep the toes spread, everything active here. And as we prepare to come out, we're going to bring that left knee up first so it points towards the ceiling. Then we'll draw the right leg up right over its hip point. Place the strap in both hands and again, gently draw the thigh in closer. Nice flex of the heel, slide the hands down, tuck the belly in. Any more room here to open up. Now, keeping the left knee bent, place the strap into the left hand, working through the hip, the IT band, the outer right thigh. Keep the thigh in close, then take that leg over to the left. So let's look at that clock again. Maybe the right leg comes to 10 or 11 o'clock on our imaginary clock. Maybe you feel yourself rolling towards that left hip. Use the left knee now to balance you out. So the foot might be at 10, let the knee come to 2. The foot might be at 11, let the knee come to 1 o'clock on the clock, just so that the hips are level. Yes, we can take this leg all the way over to the left side. Gets us a nice stretch into the side waist and the spine. But here we're pulling the right leg in towards the body, beginning to really move through the fascia on the outside of the right leg. Not pleasant, but is important. Also begins to work that piriformis muscle that runs through the glute that sits on top of the sciatic nerve. So if the piriformis is tight, it presses against that nerve. And yes, often people think they have sciatica. So if you ever feel that pain running down your leg, grab your strap and just gently feel in to the stretch here. One more breath. Again, that left knee is going to come up first to point up towards the ceiling. Then we'll take the right leg right over its hip socket. Strap goes into both hands. Slide the hands down so you can relax the back of the arms on your mat. Draw the thigh in one more time. Flex through the foot. Begin to bend into that right knee. So bringing that right knee towards that right shoulder, towards the outer ribs. Good, you can use the strap to help bring the foot down. Just pause here in this version of Half Happy Baby. Taking in a breath. And then bringing the ankle to rest onto the thigh. Take your strap and just kind of loop it around the left shin as you draw the whole leg structure in towards the chest. So we're going to use that strap. Maybe you bring it in between the legs and to the outer left leg. And just use the strap, both feet flexed here, to draw in a tighter figure 4. Working right into the right hip sockets. Take the breath, take the exhale, soften with a long exhale. Releasing the tension on the strap, let the left foot fall. Unravel, the right leg comes down to the mat. Bring the strap up. Take both knees in, maybe a gentle rock here. And we'll move over to the left side by planting the right foot down, knee pointing up towards the ceiling. Taking the strap around the left ball mount, lifting that left leg nice and slow, leading with that heel, toes flared down by your face. And just feel into the back of the leg. Drawing the thigh in a little bit closer, softening through the shoulders. Take the strap into the left hand. Let's extend the left leg to the left, but keep that thigh in close. We're not just dropping that leg to drop the leg. We want that foot on a diagonal towards our shoulders. Good. Again, that tendency to roll onto the left hip. Use that right knee. Drop the right knee out to the side so you can balance through the pelvic bowl. Hips nice and level. Using that elbow as a kickstand, pressing the heel away, flaring the toes. Lots going on here. Good. So we're using the right knee to help balance us, but at the same time, again, getting a little bit of stretch on that inner thigh, inner groin, outer hip, as we bring our focus to the left leg. 3 breaths. Next inhale, right knee is going to come back up first, pointing towards the ceiling. Nice and easy. We're going to lift the left leg back up, strap into both hands. Again, as you scoop in the belly, let those hands slide down the strap to soften the shoulder, flex the foot. See if there's any room to draw that thigh in closer. And we'll take that IT band, outer thigh stretch here. Strap goes into the right hand, nice flex foot. We're going to try and keep that thigh in as close to the body as we can as we take the left leg off to the right. Again, not all the way over. We want to come to the point of sensation from that left hip, left outer thigh to the knee. As you continue to point the heel away, you will intensify the stretch and know right where you're working. Again, level everything out. So if our leg on our imaginary clock is at 1 or 2 o'clock, take that right knee over to the left any amount, level out, and make a conscious effort here to draw the belly in, to soften the chest, soften the facial muscles. 3 easy breaths. Ready for that inhale. Let's bring the right knee up to point towards the ceiling first. Then we'll draw the left leg up, strap into both hands, draw in again the thigh towards the chest. And take this moment to bend into the left knee, finding that half happy baby here. So instead of using your hand on the foot to just cinch up the strap with the left hand, drop the left knee into the outer ribs towards that left shoulder, scoot the belly in, and just use this minute to open up here. Next breath, we're going to bring the left ankle across the body to rest on the right thigh. So again, coming into that figure 4 shape, you can change your strap so that it straps around the right shin, maybe weaves in between the legs. So reaching for both ends of the strap, draw the shin in, flex through both feet, squeeze the shoulder blades together underneath you. Then as you exhale air out, just relax the body. So generally we might use that elbow to help prop the knee away, but here, because you're coming into a deeper stretch into the figure 4, it's okay to just let that left knee relax just a bit so we can focus right into the left hip. 3 breaths. And we'll gently release the right foot to the mat. Let the strap slide between the hands as you release the ankle. Knees into the chest. Again, take that rock just to rinse it out. Strap goes around again, both ball mounts. So now we're one leg. So the big toe mounts come together, the ankles come together, the knees, the thighs. Gently lift that one leg up towards the ceiling. Slide the hands down as you draw the thighs towards the body, flexing through the foot. So this is your forward fold without any body weight. Just like if you were standing and you took a forward fold. So see if you can relax the upper body as you would in a forward fold. And just feel into the back of the legs. Maybe you feel the connection of the hamstrings into the glutes. Take 3 breaths. Releasing gently a little bit of the tension in the strap. Bring the feet, the soles of the feet together as much as you can overhead. Begin to take those knees out right and left as you walk your hands up the strap towards your ankles. So here, coming into this floating cobbler, pull the feet in, use your elbows inside the knees, and just drop the heels down towards the pelvis. Take in a full breath. And then release the feet all the way down, resting on the blade edge. Just finding your cobbler pose, your supine Baddha Konasana. And still hold on to the straps, holding those feet in close to the glutes. Maybe take a gentle bounce here. Gentle bounce with the knees. Just to loosen up through the hip flexors. And then we'll bring the hands outside those thighs, draw the knees in together. Good. Roll to one side, bring your strap with you. We'll make our way to a seat. So as we sit up on something here, again, the crease of a blanket, the crease of a bolster, even the edge of a block gives a nice tilt to the pelvis, relaxes the low back, and relaxes the legs down. And just take a moment, let's place our hands lightly on our thighs, hug the elbows in towards the body, close down the eyes, feel into the pelvis, the root, the hips. You can be in any seated position that serves this morning. So seated cross-legged, you can be in hero's pose, sitting on your shins, bringing your strap nearby. Let's just work into our neck first. So just taking that 6-point neck rotation, the right ear towards the right shoulder. Again, the chin towards the right shoulder. Chin gently rotates to the center of the chest, tuck it in, find length in the back of the neck. Other side, left ear, left shoulder, shoulder soft. Rotate the chin in, feel the stretch move around the neck. Good. Left ear, left shoulder again. Rotate the chin. Drop the chin to center. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin, right shoulder. Ear, right shoulder. Good. And then come back to center. Reaching for your strap. I tried to place the buckle in one hand and slide the other hand. So we're going to bring the strap shoulder or arm width apart, but we want to have some tension in the strap. Sit up nice and tall. If you could pull that pelvis into the belly here, stack through the spine, taking a nice full deep breath as you lift that strap up shoulder height. maybe over the head. Maybe the arms allow the strap so that you're in a big diagonal shape. Maybe you can release to the back body. So coming back, inhaling, strap comes up nice and level over the head and back to the lap. Now this is when we make some adjustments here. If that felt super tight in your shoulders, extend your reach a little bit more so you have more length, but not where it's too floppy. If you still find you're restricted as you come into any of the rotation, that's where you pause. You allow for the pause. You draw in the belly, you draw in the breath, and then you relax the focus right into that shoulder joint. Relax it, wait for the invitation that maybe you can come down. So we don't force. Take it any level here, whether you have a full rotation. If it feels too easy, shorten your strap distance. Using your breath. So we inhale to come up and we exhale down. Inhale to float it over and exhale back. Take about 5 rotations. Opening the chest, opening the shoulder joint, getting a stretch from the wrist, the forearm. And if you want to change it up just a bit, well, we can pretend like we're kayaking. Again, we keep that nice straight spine, core engaged. So just like you were making circles on the sidewall, and then reverse that. I hear the gym rats outside the door, and you're okay. It's allowed to be called gym rats. Good. Release that. Bring the strap down, and let's just shoulders up to the ears, drop. Up to the ears, drop. Up to the ears, drop. Good. Now a little bit of strength here. We're going to bring the strap. So here your palms face down, your grip is down. Good. About shoulder distance apart. Just set the forearms on the inside of the knees, sit up nice and tall. So here we're going to bring the strap up maybe a third of the way, but as we bring it up, we're going to pull the strap apart. So pull, 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 draw the strap up. Pause about a third of the way. Pull again like you could pull the strap apart, building some strength in those shoulders. You should feel a little tremble maybe. Bring it up another third of the way. Pausing here, big inhale, pull that strap apart, take it up, maybe biceps by the ears. You continue to pull the strap apart. Coming out the same way as we pull, bring some force into the shoulders, come down a third. Come down a third. Good morning. Come down a third. Nice. Relax. Maybe roll the shoulders. Flip the palms. Same thing. Same movement. This time, though, we're going to have the palms up. You're going to feel a different stretch through the wrist and the forearms. So on the inhale, come up a third. Pull the strap apart. Good. Big breath in. Come up another third. We continue to keep the tension on the strap. Last one, pulls it up, maybe biceps by the ear. Good. Exhale, come down a third. Pull the strap, come down a third. Keep pulling, relax those shoulders. And lastly, bring it down, pull it apart. Release, maybe roll the shoulders the opposite way. If it felt good, release the tension by just dropping them down. And I'm going to turn around so you can see from behind here. We're going to do the same thing, but behind us. So again, you can just stay seated. Bring the strap behind you. We'll start with palms up. So again, the strap comes shoulder width apart, nice firm grip on the strap as we begin to pull the strap, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Draw the belly in, inhale, bring the strap up. I'm not going to say a third, but just bring it up. Keep pulling. Maybe there's room to bring it up a little bit higher. Keep pulling a little bit more. See if you can take it to the full range of motion. So here, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up the chest, and then lower, lower again, and lower again. Any movement through the shoulders. Flip it around. Palms down, strap taut, back straight, big breath in, lift and pull. Different muscles working here, lift and pull. Notice where you feel this. Last time, lift as much as you can. And then we'll take it back down. Continue to keep the tension on the strap. Again, lower and release it down. Find some movement in the shoulders. Good. Taking the strap into the right hand. Just adjust it so you're not all tangled up with it. Lift the right hand up and just drop that strap so that it comes down the center of your back. We're going to bend into the right elbow. You can draw that elbow up towards the ceiling first, using that other hand to cup. Take the head and kind of place it into the bicep next to the arm. Make sure you're not jutting out your ribs. Draw the belly in, ribs in. And release that elbow with the left hand. Bring the left hand behind you. Reach for that strap. See if you can pull the strap down to get that nice stretch through the outer right arm. Keep pulling the strap down, maybe bringing the hand up a little bit closer to the other hand. One elbow down, one elbow up. One shoulder internally rotated, the other shoulder externally rotated. 3 deep breaths here. Keep the ribs knitted in. Big breath in and out. Last one, in and out. Slide the left hand down, strap nice and easy. Good. Extend the right arm overhead. Find some length from the hand to that outer right hip. Lift the left arm up. Place the strap into the palm of the left hand. Again, bend into that left elbow. Let the strap fall down the center of the back. Right hand's going to move on top of that elbow to help encourage it towards the ceiling. Tuck in that head, nice and easy, against the bicep. Notice the belly, draw in the ribs. From here, release the right arm, bring it behind you, reach for the strap. So walking that hand up as far as you can, reaching for the strap, begin to draw the strap down towards your mat as that left elbow lifts and the right elbow drops. Using your breath, nice and easy. So again, simultaneously, we've got 2 separate stretches going on in the shoulder. The right shoulder is internally rotating, the left shoulder externally rotating. Take 2 more, 3 full breaths. Beautiful. Slide the right hand down the strap, nice and easy, just to release that right arm. Left arm extends up, left arm comes down. your arms out to a T, reach them wide. Right arm's going to come underneath the left as we hug the back of those shoulder tips, not on top, the very back. So give yourself a big hug here, spreading those shoulder blades wide, maybe lifting those elbows up shoulder height. And then release them down to the chest. Spread the arms open. We'll switch sides. So other arm on top, reach for the back of those shoulders. Again, maybe lifting those elbows. Get that stretch into the back of the shoulders, the back of the shoulder blades. Nice. And then just release that. Hands come back to the thighs. We're just going to take some very gentle torso rolls. So bringing some movement back into the spine. Again, coming low in the front, stretching those arms back behind you as you roll onto your tailbone and bring it back around. And follow that the opposite way. We'll roll over onto all fours. Enjoy some cat and cows again, just to release the spine. So pad up your knees. Draw the belly in, nice straight spine. And as you're ready, maybe even tucking the toes to bring in a little bit of joint mobility. Lift that tailbone as you drop the belly. Heart goes towards the front of the mat. Follow that by pressing into the palms, taking the pelvis, tucking it in, rounding through the spine. Press the palms down as you round through the shoulders and you tuck the chin. And then follow that with your in-breath and with your own natural out-breath. Returning to that park bench stature. Walk the hands forward, keep the hips back. Let's just release that soft tissue under the arms. Heart melting pose, chest comes down to the mat, forehead to the mat. Belly really hugs in here, so we have a nice long line tailbone all the way to the shoulders. Now see if you can just drop the chest down. Feel again the stretch to the soft tissue under the arms. And then walk the hands gently back, just so that you can bring the forearms down to the mat. Bring the big toe mounds together. Let the knees go wide as you can. Sink the hips back, finding a child's pose here. Before you lower down, bring the hands to prayer, resting on the blade edge of the prayer. Good. Drop the head down to the mat or your block. Walk the elbows forward and then bring that prayer overhead. Thumbs to rest on the back of the head, the neck, or the upper back. Squeeze the elbows in towards the head. Walk them as far forward as you can. And then sink everything down. Again, another big stretch here. We'll release that prayer. Hands back to the mat. Flatten the palms. Walk them again towards you. Let's stack the palms one on top of the other, giving the forehead a place to rest. Here, allow the chest to kind of fall in, the shoulders to soften, and we'll close our practice out here, practicing some back body breathing. Back body breathing that you can feel the separation of the shoulder blades. You can feel the expansion through the back of the ribs, and you utilize the entire lung capacity here with a nice big deep breath in. Pause that breath at the top just to feel the fullness of the prana. Then release the breath, release the body. A moment of gratitude for bringing yourself to the mat. The strap is a beautiful prop to take with you in your travels. It doesn't require a lot of room. You can work the full body in a controlled manner to stretch it out from a long flight or a long car drive. So remember that strap. It's a good friend. Namaste. I'm going to shut the record off. Wish you a beautiful day. Looks like they're getting ready to come into the group training room. So I'm going to say goodbye to you. Thanks for joining. I hope you found some space in your body, some calmness in your mind. Much love. Bye-bye.